experiment was begun by a scientist who discovered, quite by accident, these signals being sent. Please understand, they are safe as long as they are not discovered.
A kill list was intercepted. It says everyone in this room will be dead. You're number 2 on the list. Well, who's number 1? An unknown, a civilian.
Look out for Charlie.
I want him down.
Another shooting happened, and this one happened in Texas. A while back, and I couldn't even tell you what video it was, I explained that during the Trump administration, the Trump regime, there were very few of these events. They were just kind of like peppered in. But I explained that once the Biden regime took over, it was going to be just like the Obama years. And it was going to be one of these events after the other, after the other. In one of my most recent videos, I explained this. What happens is you get shooting after shooting after shooting after incident after shooting after incident. And this continues and continues. And it happens so fast that you can't investigate it or get your head straight or even look at it and focus on it for 2 seconds before another one happens. And that is the intent. And that's exactly what's going on. It's happening so fast that you don't have time to investigate one before the other one happens. And, you know, BitChute is full of confusion. Everywhere is full of confusion. And then we get to Alex Jones. And Alex Jones is now online doing his best impersonation of someone who wants you to chase ghosts. And here we have it. I'll play you a bit of it.
The headline today for the show is Alex Jones will exclusively reveal the organization and group behind this psychotic devil.
And who could it be? Who could it be?
Let's see, I don't know. Let me think. Let me knock on Mr. Noggin. Who could trick us into doing that? Could have been
Satan.
Oh, Satan. And I get it. I get the metaphor of it, but it's just more chasing ghosts. Since this C-19 stuff and Pokey Pokes and 5G, these events have happened, and we haven't been able to really find a V2K element to it. But something is responsible for this. These people aren't just deciding to do this. You know, it's craziness to believe that. So, of course, all these influencers out there have you chasing nobody. Can we arrest Satan right now? Can we find him and arrest him? Absolutely not. But we can arrest the people that are poisoning the people that are emitting the RF and propagating the RF, and we can arrest the people that are poisoning the people with the shit from above. And we can do that. But that's not happening. And it's not going to happen as long as people like Alex Jones are telling you to blame Satan. It's craziness. And this has to stop. It's always somebody unattainable. They always have you chasing somebody that is completely unattainable. The elite. The left. Satan. You know, these figments and shadow groups are something that you just cannot grasp. It is unattainable. We cannot grab the left and arrest the left. We can't grab the shadow government and arrest the shadow government. We can't get Satan and arrest them. But if we start naming names, we can arrest those people. We should start with anybody who is complicit in poisoning these people and destroying their minds, destroying their bodies, regardless of what weapon they are using. They should be arrested and tried. Period.
That's the group. That's how this happens. And it's hard for people to believe this type of stuff goes on, but...
So he's saying it's Satan. And what this is doing is, regardless of your beliefs, I understand the metaphor of evil, I get it. But what he is doing is telling you that it is the devil. And what that is doing is throwing us back into an era of satanic panic, where everything was blamed on Satan. Ozzy records, you know, people that were musicians and artists that were buffoons that put out records, and somehow they were in league with Satan. And these people were just morons. Alex Jones went from talking about 9/11 and Bohemian Grove, used to talk about Waco, Ruby Ridge, you know, used to talk about Schmandy Schmook, He won't talk about that anymore. And now he's up here telling you it's Satan. And it's just one more thing that we can't arrest, we can't attain, and we can't get at. It is literally devolving us back into the 80s. The ridiculousness of the 80s. And the PMRC, the Parents Music Resource Center, and all these people that were behind the Satanic Panic were actually Democrats. It was funded and started by Tipper Gore, which is Al Gore's wife. They're playing both sides, and they've got you, and they've got you. But these last 3 shootings, the kid in D.C., the kid in Buffalo, and now this Texas one, are kind of mysteries because we don't have any evidence to prove that they were voice of God weapon shootings, where the rest are, 100% of them, including the Boston bombing. So we need to figure these out. But if they keep happening and happening and happening, like I said they would, we don't have time to investigate anything. By the time we can finally start getting some facts on one and some details, we're not going to get anything because another one has happened. And another one has happened. And that is the entire purpose of the High Incident Project. Is to just keep you in a state of bewilderment and confusion. And no one can focus on the facts. Alex Jones was even talking about the look in the eyes of the different schmooters and killers. And most of these people that he's talking about have the look in their eye of fear and bewilderment, not because of evil, but because they've been totally blown out of their own minds with voice of God weapons and kept up for weeks or months at a time before it happened. So you have all these incidents that are happening. And then he brought up Adam Lanza's photo. And that is really interesting because I dare you to go look at Adam Lanza's photos and really examine them. And I'm not going to say anything more than that, but really examine Adam Lanza's photos. I'm going to get into this whole Texas thing, but I've been down this other rabbit hole where I've been examining voice transposers being used as characters on YouTube, and actually deepfakes being used to create the illusion of actual characters on YouTube. And it's pretty mind-blowing. I'm going to take a break from that, and then I'll put out a video, but there's really nothing to go on. Like, I don't have any audio, I don't have any video. It's just going to kind of be a big investigation. I don't have anything attainable to work with, you know? So, that's it for now. Look out for Charlie. That's it for now. Look out for Charlie.
Oh, man. I like this kid. This fucking guy's crazy.
Look out for Charlie. Charlie, what that son of a bitch did. I want him dead.